Good evening. Am I audible? And welcome to the Jeet Paul Memorial Lecture at the Apeejay Kolkata Literary Festival in 2026. This annual lecture has given us the opportunity of listening to some of the foremost thinkers and authors of our time. And it's held every year in the memory of the late Jeet Paul, who was a man of boundless curiosity, a ceaseless seeker of knowledge, and the premium that he put on education can be seen in the schools that he founded and in the values of criticality, integrity, service, and humility that he constantly sought to inculcate. And it's that spirit which permeates the question that we are addressing today. Are we a tolerant society? This sounds a simple enough question, and we are sort of intuitively, often we answer in the affirmative with resounding yes, but when, we say this with confidence, even with pride, but when we place it in the broader context of heritage, history, and the matter of reconciliation, it becomes much more demanding and very complicated. And we have our distinguished speaker today is Sri Pawan K. Verma, who will bring a very varied experience to this question. He has been a diplomat representing India in the wider world. He is a prolific author, writing constantly on Indian cultural and philosophical traditions. And as a politician, he has been engaged very deeply with the practical realities of democratic life. So through his public life and his writing, he has dwelt on very deeply about not only what we think of ourselves as a civilization, but how we behave as a society in general. So it is my honor to invite Sri Pawan K. Verma to deliver this year's Jeet Paul Memorial Lecture on Are We a Tolerant Society? Heritage, History, and Reconciliation. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Sri Pawan.
Thank you, Renji. It's a great honor and privilege to deliver the Jeet Paul Memorial Lecture. Mr. Paul was an iconic entrepreneur, a businessman with vision, who in a way was one of the co-architects of the Apeejay group. And this lecture in his memory as an annual institution, and my opportunity to be a speaker today, delivering it, is a matter of great pride to me. Thank you so much. The subject before us is, are we a tolerant society? Our natural assumption is that we are, and partly we are. But I think we should begin by defining tolerance. Tolerance is not merely coexistence. Tolerance is the ability to accept with respect other points of view, to look upon the other, if there is anything such as the other, as one of our own, and to move away from inflexible certitudes to the point of exclusion. Because when we are bound by a belief that only what we believe is right, it is bound to breed intolerance. So it is an attitude, an approach, a sentiment, far more than a vocabulary definition of it. And either societies have it or they have laws that ensure it. But spontaneously, in response to the question, are we a tolerant society? Perhaps we don't confront ourselves with it as often as we need to. In theory, I think the foundations of our civilization, as I was talking about in the morning, now there is a scientific basis to believe that they go back 7 to 8,000 years. And in theory, we have very strong foundations of the acceptance of tolerance. The first written text we have is the Rig Veda, which is now dated on the basis of scientific research based on the river Saraswati. I don't have time to go into it. But to be not 1500 BCE, but somewhere around 4000 BCE. We are talking now almost 7,000, 8,000 years old. And in the Rig Veda, there is a remarkable section which is called the Nasidya Sutta. And if you read it, you understand partly why the beginnings of our foundational thought, what it